How's it going, guys and gals? This is Anthony. Today we're back out on a new video on the channel. Today we'll be making the predictions for WrestleMania 42 Sunday. Yesterday we made the predictions for night 1, which is tonight, because I'm recording this Saturday noon approximately, so around 3 p.m. 4 p.m. this video will be uploaded on Saturday. So let's jump right in. Remember, if you like this type of content, like, comment, share, and subscribe. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Remember that the first hour of night 2 is gonna be on ESPN, and obviously we have the two matches that are gonna be airing on ESPN during that first hour. We got Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi and the 6-pack challenge ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. Let's start off with Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi. Brock Lesnar has made Obafemi look like $1,000,000 during this match. And the promo he made on last Monday Night on Raw, it felt like a Dusty Rhodes promo. And you know how I've always been of the mind of you cannot turn Cody Rhodes heel. You cannot turn Cody Rhodes heel. After that promo, in a couple of years, you can take the risk of turning Cody Rhodes heel, because the next guy up is Obafemi. He proved the last Monday Night on Raw with that promo. Who do I think is gonna win here? Because I really think this match is tied with Gunther versus Seth Rollins match. Because if you remember, during the build-up of Gunther versus Seth, Gunther told Paul Heyman, "You owe me a favor." Is that favor a match against Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam in Minneapolis? If Brock loses, he must retire. Is that it? Because if that's the case, then Brock wins. You cannot have Brock losing 2 matches in a row. So does he beat Gunther at SummerSlam and loses here to Obafemi, or vice versa? He beats Obafemi here and loses at SummerSlam. As long as Obafemi is not made to look like a chump in defeat, I will be okay with it. So just because by that logic, I may choose Obafemi. I think if you're gonna make a star, this is the way you do it. This is not gonna be some classic 5-star classic. It doesn't need to be. This needs to be 2 guys beating the absolute living crap out of each other. And Obafemi, 1 falls from grace, a 2nd fall from grace, and a 3rd one, 1, 2, 3, he wins. You know what I mean? And then on the 2nd match that's gonna be airing on ESPN, it's gonna be Dragon Lee versus Rusev versus JD McDonough versus Javon Evans versus Rey Mysterio versus Penta for the Intercontinental Championship. So as we know, Penta won the IC Championship a couple of weeks ago, and then he's been making some open challenges, and now we have a 6-pack challenge for this title in a ladder match. As we all know, all Rusev, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, and Javon Evans classified by winning matches on main event. So before I was rudely interrupted by my family, we were talking about how Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio, JD McDonough, Rusev, and Javon Evans classified on these matches by classified by winning match number 1, by winning qualifying matches on main event. Obviously with the exception of Rey, who just came back and inserted himself into this match because he got cleared that same day and the plans with Rusev got scrapped. I think Penta retains here. This is gonna be just a spot fest, so Rusev is gonna be the guy. I mean, Rusev knows his role here. Rusev is gonna be the guy catching all of them flippity flop and crushing them. And I want to see some ladders get broken and Penta wins. That's what I want to see. Sami Zayn versus Rick Williams. The people have turned on Sami Zayn. The crowds have been booing him during some of the promos with Rick Williams. Last night he haluba kicked the gingerbread man. That's a heel move. You never haluba kick the gingerbread man, Sammy. So obviously they're building up to a double turn between these two. But the reason is this double turn only works if Sami Zayn wins by cheating. But this also could be the crowning moment of Trick Williams. So it's kind of weird because you can see both sides of both of them winning and would actually make sense and benefit the story going forward. So this is a situation that I think the creative team right now that's been sucking for the last 12 months could have some fun with. And I'm gonna say for the heel turn to work, Sami Zayn has to win here. Jay Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. We know Rhea and Io lost the WWE Women's Tag Team titles, and the night after, Rhea Ripley won the Elimination Chamber to get the chance to face Jay Cargill at WrestleMania. During this build-up, they've just been saying, "I have more muscles than you." The build-up has been crap. And the only thing that's been kind of fun is when B-Fab and Michin turned heel and joined Jade because it's a new version of the baddies. Excuse for the mowing noise outside. If you hear it, I really apologize. But I think Jade is gonna win here because you just created a new version of the baddies. So for people that don't know, the baddies was Jade's faction name in AEW. So for people that didn't know, so we got this new version of the baddies, the WWE version, and since it's a new group, you need to establish them. So I think they get involved. Rhea gets distracted. She gets jaded. 1, 2, 3. Jay Cargill retains because Jay Cargill is only holding the title until Bianca Belair comes back. Let's be honest. They're waiting for Bianca Belair to come back, and that is the only way Jay Cargill is gonna drop the title when Bianca Belair comes back. She's been out for over a year with a finger injury. What the hell? Did she have gangrene or something on that finger? Because goddamn. On to the next match. The Demon King, Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. I really thought this match was gonna be for the IC title, but then Finn Balor cost Dominic the title. And I think this is going to be pretty easy. The Demon King squashes Dominic. And I'm not saying that it's going to be a squash match. I'm just saying that this is the easiest match to predict. Finn Balor wins. Cool. And now the main event of night 2. The reason I don't remember if I predicted Cody versus Randy. But if I didn't, this match is the reason. The promo last night between Punk and Cody, practically them wishing each other good luck and be friendly sealed my fate on my prediction. We had the promos going back and forth between these two since after the Royal Rumble, which kind of make Finn Balor feel like a chump though, so just saying. But then they got physical, and then last Monday night on Raw, they had practically like a promo as if two friends were talking. What the hell's going on here? And I'm gonna give my prediction here. Night 1, Randy's gonna win, and night 2 is gonna be. Here's your winner and still World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk. CM Punk turns heel and he joins Randy Orton, Pat McAfee, and The Rock. And there you have your main events for WrestleMania 43, ladies and gentlemen. Night 1, CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes, and night 2, The Rock versus Roman Reigns. And as I've been saying, we're gonna have the Brothers in Pain WWE version storyline that Puerto Rico did in 2001 with Ricky Banderas. with El Messias if you watch Triple H, and Shane Sewell if you watch DNA, or as we call him in Puerto Rico, Shane the Glamour Boy. The brothers in pain are gonna unite Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and take out the corporation once and for all. And the reason I say CM Punk is gonna retain is because, as I was saying, CM Punk is gonna retain the World Heavyweight Championship and join Pat McAfee, Randy Orton, and The Rock. Because as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted a second time with noises, even though my family knows that I have sensitive hearing for having a hearing frequency above the human average. Sorry, I had to say that out loud so they can shut the F up. So as I was saying, Punk retains here, joins Randy, Pat McAfee, and The Rock. And as I stated, sorry for sounding redundant, but Cody versus Punk, Night 1 main event, and The Rock versus Roman, Night 2 main event of WrestleMania 43. Coño. Hey, sorry about that. Once again, I think those are the two main events for WrestleMania 43. And Punk goes heel because, and the reason I'm saying Punk is gonna retain here, remember what he said on on his return promo? I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to make money. And then he does this promo against Pat McAfee, and he is telling the TKO to lower ticket prices, right? Which sounds pretty ironic when you, if we are using context and using what you said when you came back. So Punk is definitely turning heel, and Punk is not here to make friends, he's here to make money, and the only way to make money is to go corporate. So the corporation is back, baby, with The Rock as the leader. But hey, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. If you like this type of content, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as I always say, cherish beautiful moments with your families, create beautiful memories, because life's too short, but those memories last a lifetime. As always, this is Anthony signing off. Bye bye.